And Harvard with an interesting two-game swing because they had to drive from Cambridge all the way down to New Haven, take on Yale, went to overtime last night where they were the 3-2 victors, now drive back up 95, make the stop here in Providence before returning home. That is a tough little two-game swing on the road.
Crimson in close, and at the last second, Matthew Coronado, the highest drafted player among this Crimson team, 13th overall by the Flames in 2019, lost it at the doorstep.
That was very nearly a quick answer. Brown has to be careful. Both teams are pushing numbers forward and have been bitten on the counterattack a couple of times.
Farrell, a shot, he scores!
Wow.
Boy, did he make that look easy. Quick answer for the Crimson. Sean Farrell, who's second in the ECAC in scoring now with 28 points, nets his 11th goal of the season at .342. And we reset here, Mason, essentially.
Well, this doesn't give off the sign of a potential low-scoring game. 2 goals in the opening 4 minutes. And that's really nice play. Just a couple of sides.
Skates around Langenbrunner, flung it from the corner. May have reached Gibson. Open on the near side, Ninasari. The left shot is going to move behind the cage. Thinks about a backhand wraparound. Moves back to his forehand. The shot and a shoulder save, Gibson. Ninasari shuffles around behind the net. Couple options. Defers to Bottrell, the Chandler, Arizona native. Draws a triple team essentially in the corner. A lot of Crimson in that area as it nearly winds up paying off for Brown. The Crimson do break Carpa. Got it ahead to Farrell, the former United States Olympian. He led the team in scoring last year in Beijing. He's going to send one out in the slot, and it's picked off. Thomas Manty will stay low to the end boards. Knocked down by Chris. Always has a nose for the puck. Chris backtracks a bit with Farrell coming up. Carpa able to send one wide. Coronado in close with Farrell, bypasses him in favor of Jack Barr to empty space. And
it completely changes the momentum, it changes the team talk, and it changes your attitude out there on the ice.
Lyndon Granberg to the box. Harvard, 24.6% on the power play. That is second in the league, 12th nationally. Harvard's a team, they average just under 4 goals a game anyways. That's also second in the ACAC and 8th nationally.
But this is
and 50th of 62 Division I teams nationally. Sean Farrell gains the zone, gets it to Farinacci, back up top. Farrell will leave it for Thrun, near side. Coronado regains his bearings, inner circle, returns to Thrun. Farrell from the dot, he'll spin off, stays near the circle, and Thrun returns favor. It's Farrell. He'll cross over around 3. Brown
direction.
Gibson at the ready as Ninasari's offering blocked. We're going to have a delayed call, and this one's on the Crimson.
Cleanly, that's a play that Gibson makes in his sleep, but tonight has had trouble with.
Plessy storms in. Going to go back to the blue line. Blasted by Ninasari. Knocked Gibson down, if nothing else. Tons of velocity from Ninasari, still looking for his first goal of the season. Coronado. How will Harvard respond? It took him 43 seconds the first time. They've already surpassed that threshold, but you cannot sleep on the Crimson offense. Not by a long shot. Caron slides back to the near post. Sean Farrell, who had that equalizer, gets it to Langenbrunner. Sends one. Caron in 12th. In the country.
But the first 45 seconds of the Harvard power play just looked a little bit different. The puck's sticking to their sticks a little bit better. Things looking a little bit more crisp. The puck's moving.
Thrun, the outlet for Farinacci. Gains the line. In deep, Andriazzi keeps him away from the cage. Near side, Farrell. Goes back to the point. Thrun has it. Cross the ice for Coronado. Farrell the one-timer. Coronado tried to collect the rebound, was behind the net, so he goes up top for Thrun, returns to Coronado off his skate, the one-timer for Thrun, and that was blocked. Coronado on the scene. Carpa back to his forehand, trades places with Farrell in front, and
it's been a long day of athletics here at Brown, too, with wrestling earlier against Cornell, and then big victory for men's basketball, taking down the Columbia Lions about an hour or so ago.
Harry, no call as Coronado enters the offensive zone, kept an arm's length by Chris. Farrell plays it off the wall, stick handles, and picked off clean by Chris.
The other way.
Farrell and Coronado. Well played by James Crossman, having himself
the counter. Look at these two great defensive plays.
And I think that's the most important thing for the Bears for the rest of this period. Do not give one back. Harvard has not had any game this season in which they haven't landed at least 20 shots on goal. So something else to keep an eye on as we move ahead. Coronado gets a shot off early, but nowhere near Caron. Partially because the Harvard goaltender was ready for the third. Sean Farrell's ready. He takes a tumble, though. It was Luke Chris who owned net for Ryan Seedham. Farrell, now Carpa, self-pass to the left wing corner. Tries to tiptoe in front. Caron got a piece of it.
It's a little window of space that I was watching between tough.
Bit of a stalemate on the draw. Quisenberry tried to tuck it and run. Carpa takes it away for Farrell. Second leading scorer in the ECAC. One off, stick save Caron.
Can't believe that got through.
Farrell, the backhand shovel. Winds up with Coronado in the slot. This is how Harvard had their first goal. But this time it was Chris with a little help from Crossman getting down to block it.
Long shift, though, for this Brown defense. Yeah, it didn't escape. Now it did.
He wound up on Gibson. Good job by Brown to not ice the puck in that situation. But Coronado is going to rip one. Down low, it was Carpa. Goal of his career for the Crimson earlier tonight. Thrown for Coronado, level at the goal line. Pad save Caron, rebound's going to come to Farrell. He escapes from Shostak, shoots in. Farrell lifts a backhander wide off the end boards. Coronado, back for Farrell, atop the zone. Tic-tac pass for Seedham.
Really making this too close for comfort.
Thrown, the one-timer is blocked by Shostak. He takes a tumble to keep Farrell at arm's length. Top is Thrun, Farrell atop the far circle. Thrun, back to Farrell, works in, and it's high and wide and goal. Farrell for Coronado, Thrun receives. Back for Farrell, right around the dot. LaFerriere, the one. Farrell has moved over to the left. Coronado, back to Thrun, near side Farrell. Sends one, glove stop, Caron. Thrun up high with Farrell. Will try to go across, and it's blocked.
45 seconds still to kill off, though.
Coronado well wide of the cage. Farrell keeps it onside. It's been the same power play group all shift long. Coronado leaves a dent in the end wall, but off the mark. Farrell slow plays it for Thrun. Thrun back to Coronado. Thrun's been the quarterback, closing it. Sean Farrell back out there. You have to imagine he's going to get at least one shot off. This is a round where he scored his goal earlier. Atop the slot, he moved low in the circle, blocked instead. Jackson Monroe with the honors. LaFerriere returns to Farrell. Farrell in the corner, being very methodical. He goes down, no call. It was Chris who was close. About 70 seconds forward group. LaFerriere, he came for Farinacci. Caron challenged him and made the stop.
Final 30.
Seedham, the one-timer, never reached Caron. Now it's Thrun. Cross ice has Farrell. He scores.
What a pass. That is all the pass. The shot made so much easier because a stunning look, circle to circle, whipped across, and even Caron can't cover that much ground that quickly.
Sean Farrell, we told you he'd get at least one more shot off. Boy, did he. He makes it count, buries it. That's his 12th goal of the season. He's up to 29 points now. Again, second in the ECAC in scoring. There,
one last look.
Near the buzzer, it's Farrell. 2 seconds to go. The puck flutters. The siren sounds. The floss delivers perhaps its finest win of the season against an arch rival, no less, as the team's